Okay, good morning. Welcome back to the old garage. Now this is going to be a short series, about 4 or 5 videos at the most, to repaint my Harley Davidson. Now, as you know, if you've been following the channel for a while, I've had this on the road for 18 months since I restored it to this, and I've loved every mile. 5,500, 6,000 miles. I've serviced it a couple of times. It's had 3 or 4 seats on it, 2 or 3 sets of handlebars, and I love it. I did roll it through eBay recently to try and sell it on and then get some cash in for the next project and actually invest in a new bike to do an upgrade project to customize a brand new bike. That would have been really cool, but you really need some funding for that. And this was the only source of funding. I didn't get the offer that I needed for it. The reason is that when you customize a bike, you always invest way more in it than it's actually worth on the market. And that was the situation here. It's a dead of winter, it's raining, half the country's flooded, nobody's riding, and there wasn't the offer there to actually reimburse me enough for this to invest in the next project. So instead, I'm going to keep it and I'm just going to do a repaint. And I think it's time to take this funky paintwork that I did, this scuffed metal with clear coat, and actually repaint it in a single colour, make it more conventional, and also I'm going to go for a matte denim colour, very much like Harley do. So what I'm going to try and recreate here is a factory finish on the paint. Now I don't know exactly what colour yet, I've got loads of options, in fact I've got endless options available to me, because a good friend of mine has a professional paint shop. That is a proper paint booth, low bake oven, the proper wall of mixing paints. He can mix any paint, any colour you can imagine, he can mix it. And that's amazing because I can choose whatever I want. Now, the challenge he's laid down is, he said, I love your rattle can paint, bless you. However, how about giving yourself a try at a proper spray gun, paint booth, proper paint, like a professional finish, and see if you can bring your skill set and turn it to professional equipment. Well, that's a challenge I can't resist. So I'm going to do that. And the great thing is, if I cock it up, he's going to step in and finish it for me and make a nice job, but I don't want that to happen. So wish me luck. I'm going to try and do this right and turn out some professional standard paintwork with 2-pack materials, which is fantastic in the proper environment. So this is going to be a fun and exciting project. It's going to start today with stripping off the tins. It's only going to be 3 pieces, the 2 mudguards, fenders each end, and the tank. Now that's a lot of work, so that's going to take today at least. It's going to be a long day, but once that's done, I can get it to the unit, start prepping it, and then run it down to his paint shop, and I'm going to take you all along for the ride. So wish me luck, let's get stuck in and rip it apart. I'm going to enjoy this. Right, that's the easy one done. The back one's not so simple. Okay, that's about my got out. That was a little bit more drama. Just want to pass this on if I can. I think you already know this. I've said it so many times. I learned this little nugget, this little sagely piece of advice from the guy that used to do the body fitting on the bike shop that I worked at many years ago. He was employed as a part fitter, and his job was to take the bikes apart when they'd been damaged, send the bodywork off to a company called Dream Machine where they were painted and repaired, and then bring them back and reassemble everything faultlessly with no scratches. And his little piece of advice that served me so well ever since on everything I do is nuts, bolts, screws and washers, put them exactly back where they came from. Stick them back through their original holes and you'll never lose them. Even the orientation of the nuts and bolts. So which end does the bolt go in and which side does the nut go? Because that sometimes matters. And the washers, where their washers go and in what order. If necessary, get pieces of masking tape on things like indicators and just write left indicator, right indicator. So when you come to assemble it, it's a simple job you can do with a cup of tea on the side and just blast through it without any drama. Ever so simple, common sense, and make your life easy, eh? Right, now the big one. Let's drain the tank. Okay, there we are. 4.5 hours to strip those 3 parts off and bring them here ready to start preparing them. The next video is going to be the long one, certainly for me. It won't be long in time, I'll keep it short and brief because it's just going to be preparing for paintwork. Now I'm sure that you know yourself, if you've watched this channel long enough or if you watch any of the real paint channels, you'll see preparing the work for paint is where the real results come from. The more time and effort you put into prep, the better a result you get. And this, for me, is a real journey of discovery to see if I can make a factory standard paint job with a professional paint gun in a spray booth. I've never done that before and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm not gonna let myself down by failing to prepare these parts properly. So in the next video, I've got a very long day. I will show you on video edited highlights and hopefully a few tips and tricks you can use yourself if you're prepping your paint to get the best possible job. But that's it for today. Join us in the next one. We'll start rubbing it down and making it ready for the big day. Take it easy, ride safe, and I will see you next time.